I'm going to show you how to do my low country boil. Zoom in there on that, Samantha. Ingredients. Can you get it?
Mm-hmm.
So what basically that is we're going to look at the equipment. Come on over here, Samantha. This here is a turkey container. You can see. Can you get that, Samantha? It's got all these little mechanisms in here that we're going to use to make the low country boil. All right. Before we go any further, let's come over here, Samantha. Let's talk about the ingredients. There's a lot of things you could use, but this is really all what it boils down to. Old Bay seasoning, about 6 ounces of that. But you can use any of this stuff: seasoned salt, Tony's, Morton salt, garlic, black pepper. But this is the key, and we're going to use about half of that, if not all of it. And then we got some onions and lemons. Can you get that, Samantha? Then we got also some potatoes, red potatoes, and really it's about 4 to 5 pounds. And I use some of these white ones too. And then we have some Hillshire sausage. This is 3 packages we just cut up, and then we got a little bit of corn. And this is about 8 corns, and we cut them in half. And then we got shrimp, which is about 1/4 pound of shrimp per person. And it's a 26-31 count. So here's the ingredients one more time. Got it, Samantha? Then we got the equipment right here. Got a good view on that. And then we're about to go outside and start the stove. That's it. Well, this right here is the setup. Like I was showing you. It's kind of dark outside. I got the Coleman lantern right there going, but got the burner going. You know, one thing I learned the other day is that I used to just heat this up. You got to bring the water to a boil. I used to heat it up, and then my wife came out and said, you know, you ought to put the top on and make it heat faster. Man, I didn't know that. It's just got a propane tank right there, and you can kind of see the dimensions of the little burner I got. Get down here and show you. See, there you go. I got that heat just nuking right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to get hot. It's freezing out here. In fact, I should probably just put this to the side. So that's what we got. We're going to bring the water to a boil, and then from there, we're going to take a look where we're at right now. Come on, Sarah, let's take a look at the water. If you notice, the water is just right above those, or right below those little holes. See that? So, measurement of the pot. And over here we're going to throw in the Old Bay seasoning, and I just threw a little bit of salt, a few other things together. It's probably not near enough what I need, but the key to all this is when we start doing the time, and once the water starts boiling, that's going to be the key. Alright, now let's see how this water's boiling yet. It's pretty close. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some of this Old Bay seasoning in here. Like I said, my wife was telling me we put the whole thing in last time. I don't remember doing that, but we're going to this time. I'll put it all in there. There you go. That's the way that bad boy looks. Then we're going to throw out some special ingredients I made. Just throw in there. The key is bringing that bad boy to a boil. So get the pot top. There we go. We'll just keep going. All right, like we were saying, first thing we're going to put in here is the red potatoes, and you can throw these onions and lemons in there. I've seen them done from the beginning before while you're trying to heat the water up, but I like to heat this water up. Just got the Old Bay in there. Once it starts boiling, then I'll throw the potatoes in, and then cook the potatoes for about 10 to 13 minutes. In there, I'll throw these onions and lemon in there, and boy, I tell you what, they'll start looking pretty good after that. Come over here, Samantha, show them. As you can see there, the water is boiling. Can you see that? Maybe a little hard, but it's boiling good. So what we're about to do is we're about to throw the potatoes in there. What I'm going to do just pull this up. It's easier to do, you know, for one person. Put it in like that. See how many potatoes I got in there. Kind of hard to see, but we're gonna put all those in there. Do that so the water won't hit you. Okay, let's see what we got, Samantha. Next thing I'm gonna throw in there, and ladies and gentlemen, what we gotta do is set the stopwatch. If I knew how to do this. Okay, there we go. Potatoes are in, water's boiling. And then I'm gonna throw some of these onions and lemons in there. There you go. Bring it all to a boil. The key is about 10 to 13 minutes. So it was boiling. Now about 10 to 13 minutes from now, we're going to throw in the corn and the sausage. But we'll bring this bad boy back up to a boil. All right, so if you look over here, we still got the boiling taking place. Lemons are in there. Onions, we got the potatoes. It's 13 minutes exactly. So, next thing we put in is the corn and the sausage. All right, so I'm gonna pull this over here. Go. Pull this out. Look at that. Can you see that, Samantha? So we're going to throw this in here like this. Drop it down real easy. Make sure everything's underneath the water. It's pretty good there. Now sometimes you may have to add a little water, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water here. Just a little bit. Make sure everything's underneath. I mean, everything's under the water. And ladies and gentlemen, it is. Now, next thing we're going to go is about 8 to 10 minutes. May go a little longer if you'd like. What we have right now is all the ingredients minus the shrimp. And then once it gets to about the 8 and 10 minutes, then we'll do the shrimp. So hopefully you're understanding all this. My camera person is my daughter Samantha. But let's put the cover back on, get it hot quicker. All right, it's 14:37. And we'll go about 10 minutes. It'll be 24. Take a look at that. I think it's like that 26 to 31 count shrimp. We're about to throw the shrimp in. So it's been, if you recall, I said 24 minutes, 23:33. It's about right because it's about 8 to 10 minutes from when we bring the potato. 8 to 10 minutes from the potato. So there you go. Take a look at that, Samantha. Everything's in there looking real good. All right. Now it's the shrimp time. So we're just going to dump that shrimp in there for 3 minutes exactly. All right. The 24 mark. Here we go. 3 minutes. There we go. So we'll be out here in about 3 minutes to pull all this out, and we're going to end up putting it in this. This is a little difficult. Come here, Samantha. We're going to bring this table over, and I'm going to try to dump it all on this tray. Someone's got to hold the tray. My wife will, and then we won't burn each other when we do this. But the key is not to put too much, not to have the shrimp boil more than 3 minutes. Okay. All right, so we'll turn it off real quick, and then I'll get things ready to go to pull this whole pot in there. Shrimp looks good. Look at that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull it out. As you notice, I got new gloves here. Just don't have that same old I had. Get out slow. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Key is not to get too much on the ground when you turn it. You getting that, Samantha? Mm-hmm. Hold that tray, Trace, will you? I'm going to move it. Ooh. Lost one potato. Film that, Samantha. That looks good, don't it? Ladies and gentlemen, that's Low Country boil. Every bit of it. So now, what we're going to do is take it inside, and we'll see you inside here in a minute. All right, so there it is, Low Country boil. It's all a little foggy because of it's been real cold outside. There's Victoria. Yeah. All right, well, looks good.
And my baby Fiji.
So ladies and gentlemen, that is a Low Country boil. Hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to eat.